Yo, what's up guys? Savage here, bringing you sneak peek number 2. Dude, this update is ridiculous. First of all, the leaked information, it states that the update will go live on Monday. So all these things we're talking about, yesterday's sneak peek number 1, today's sneak peek number 2. There's also supposed to be a sneak peek number 3 coming out later today, so make sure your notifications are on for that. But guys, the update is supposed to go live Monday, and it's gonna be jam-packed of a ton of stuff. It's gonna be pretty sick, so definitely make sure that you guys stay tuned. But let's real quick jump into the first part of sneak peek number 2, and that is the glaringly obvious 4 new cards you can see on the screen right there in the News Royale tab. I want to go over their stats. So first one, we'll start off with the common card. We'll save the best for last, right? Common card is the skeleton barrel. So at tournament standard, the skeleton barrel will have 636 hit points. It will have 8 skeletons, so it's almost like a Skarmy. I think Skarmy has like 14 or something like that, but it's probably gonna feel like a Skarmy. It only targets buildings. The speed is medium speed that it actually moves. I think they said it's basically the same speed as like a balloon. Deploy time is 1 second, but it's kind of cool. If you get it to the tower, it's just gonna drop the bomb, and then skeletons are gonna be surrounding your tower. It's like an immediate graveyard effect, but you'll have 8 skeletons all at the same time. Definitely something that you're gonna have to respond to, being, you know, whoever gets this onto their tower. You gotta make sure you respond with something. It's pretty cool. I like it. Skeleton barrel. It has, like I said, 636 HP, and that refers to the shield, quote unquote, that it has, how much damage it will absorb before the balloons pop, and then it drops all the skeletons. So even if it doesn't make it to your tower, you still get those skeletons on your opponent's map wherever it does end up dying out. So pretty cool. That's number 1. Second one here, moving on to the rare, which is the flying machine. Now, something that's cool about this, if you take a look at the description on this one, it says the master builder has sent his first contraption to the arena. So that tells us obviously we can expect some more troops from the master builder in the future, which is a nice little crossover between Clash of Clans, so that's kind of sick. But this is the first contraption in the arena. It's fast and a fun flying machine, but it is fragile. So with this one, it does 142 damage as well as 142 damage per second. So obviously the hit speed is every 1 second. It has 510 HP, targets air and ground. It moves fast though, has a 6 tile range, and the deploy time is 1 second. So it's basically a floating machine. It does 142 damage per second and targets ground and air, and is pretty fast. So it's kind of like a floating dart goblin or something like that. So pretty sweet. Definitely excited for that one as well. What's cool is that these, out of all these 4 new cards, they're pretty unique. The thing I think about when I think about releasing new cards, I'm like, how many new cards can you make that don't feel like they're like another card? You know what I mean? Like eventually they're gonna run out of something different, like a unique functionality for these cards. But with these 4 specifically, they did a really good job. They still will feel like completely different cards in the game, with a flying machine, like a flying dart goblin basically, and then having a balloon that'll drop skeletons right around the tower. That's pretty sweet. But that's the second one. Let's move on to the third one, which is the epic card, and this one is the cannon cart. So similar to a cannon, but it's on wheels. It is 5 elixir instead of 3 like a regular cannon, but this one actually, the cannon will move around, and once its shield drops or breaks, then it'll plant a cannon somewhere. That's so weird. It's just gonna go around shooting stuff, and then whenever it gets taken out, it's just gonna like fall to the ground, but still continue to shoot stuff. I don't know. I think that's kind of a cool little twist on a cannon. But that's the cannon cart. It says a cannon on wheels, but they won't see that coming. Once you break its shield, it becomes a cannon not on wheels. Very precise there. But this one does 203 damage, 169 damage per second, which means its hit speed is every 1.2 seconds basically. Hit points 696. The shield hit points is also 696. So basically it's almost 1400 HP total, because it has 696 with the shield as it's moving around shooting, and then once you take out the shield, it drops down and has another 696 HP. Pretty cool. Its speed is fast though, so as it has its wheels, it's just gonna be chugging along. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to put behind like a giant or something like that and have a portable cannon just doing work. That seems kind of cool. So that's that one. That is the tournament standard again, stats for the cannon card. And finally, the legendary card. This is a beast, guys. The Mega Knight. This is a legendary. Costs 7 elixir. It has 3,300 HP as at tournament standard. Now, basically, the most similar card in terms of HP would be like a P.E.K.K.A, which has the same elixir cost, so that kind of makes sense. It does area damage though, similar to a Dark Prince. It does 240 damage, area damage, but it's similar to a Bandit because it does jump damage. Instead of like dash damage, it does jump damage. So if there's nothing immediately in its little bubble and it's gonna move to the next target, it's gonna jump and then do 480 damage. But that's not it. That's not it. It has a third quality, and that is spawn damage, like an Electro Wizard. This thing is like a beast. It's like a Dark Prince, a P.E.K.K.A, and an Ewiz all thrown together. The spawn damage, 480. Dude, that is ridiculous. Hit speed 1.8 seconds. The jump range is 4 to 5 tiles. Targets only ground. Speed is medium. Range is melee. Deploy time is 1 second. That is gonna be a freak of nature. A huge tank. The main thing is that it does splash damage, which I think is gonna be totally game changing, because right now the main problem with the P.E.K.K.A is it's super easy to distract with skeletons or, you know, Goblin Gang or whatever, because it can only hit one thing at a time. But this guy, not the Mega Knight, the Mega Knight can do splash damage. It's gonna be crazy, and it does initial spawn damage, and it does jump damage. It's gonna be pretty sweet. So out of all of the new cards, that is the one I'm looking forward to the most. It's gonna be legendary for sure. The other cool thing, each new card will launch with a special challenge, just like we are becoming accustomed to. So that's gonna be pretty awesome. You guys will have a chance to earn each of these cards in a challenge, as well as I'm sure anything besides the legendary will probably have a special offer pack in the shop like we're used to as well. Now, bonus info for sneak peek number 2. New challenges coming soon, including sudden death, ramp up, and triple elixir. So I'll put screenshots on the screen, but let's start off with we'll start off with sudden death. So the sudden death challenge, basically what it is the battle just starts in overtime. So as soon as you start, it says double elixir, overtime starts, you just go at it. So the first person to take 1 tower wins in sudden death. So just like you would imagine a sudden death, literally whoever gets the first tower ends up winning. So it's gonna either be a bum rush trying to just go straight for the right lane and not defend, or try and have an ultimate defend deck and just build a 1 crown deck like Rocket Cycle or something, minor chip damage, something like that. That's gonna be pretty cool. The second one is ramp up. So ramp up challenge, what it is every 60 seconds, it ramps up the elixir speed. So the first minute of the game is single elixir. Once you get down from 3 minutes left to 2 minutes left in the game, for that that minute period, that 60 seconds, it's double elixir. And then once you get down to the 1 minute range, so the final minute of the game before overtime, is freaking triple elixir. And triple elixir is absolute madness. It's insane having triple elixir for that final minute. You can do so many things. It's crazy. You pretty much are always gonna have full elixir, so make sure you build a pretty sweet deck for that. That's gonna be pretty awesome. And then the final one, obviously, as we just alluded to, triple elixir for the entire battle. Now, I would say in triple elixir, you might as well just like spell people out, because you're gonna have so much elixir. It's just a matter of who's gonna do the most damage the quickest. So hey, bring rocket, lightning, mirror, I don't know, maybe log, zap, something, and then an inferno or a cannon, or I don't know, something like that, just to kind of stop somebody from rushing you with like a hog rider or something. But that's gonna be so crazy. Triple elixir, I'm totally looking forward to that one. But also actually, before I forget, keep an eye out. This is part of sneak peek number 2, the bonus info. Keep an eye out for the golden notification on the tournaments tab. So it looks like there's gonna be some updates to the tournament functionality of the game, which you guys know has been lacking for so long. So maybe there'll be new modes, maybe it'll be a 2v2, maybe it'll be triple elixir, double, who knows? But I think it's gonna be cool. So if they make it sweet and awesome, definitely, I'm sure people will start doing tournaments again, which will be cool because it's basically a forgotten part of the game. It hasn't had love in a super long time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this sneak peek number 2. Keep your notifications on because sneak peek number 3 should be coming out later today. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. I'll see you in the next one, and as always, stay savage.